And I think it's really important, right? Because as a group, we can't do everything, and simply not scalable. And number one, I think it's really important to have alignment across your entire organization and not, work in silos. And so I think our group, we really leverage our corporate marketing team a lot, right? In terms of the brand team, the social team, events, and the digital market team. That all is basically, the air cover that our partners need to really extend the reach from their point of view to customers. And so, recently we just rebranded our company narrative, which has really helped us kind of have that inclusive storytelling architecture that we can be focused and consistent when we go and talk to our partners. Because I think oftentimes partners, they don't want to be bombarded, right, with 10,000 things from your company. So if you can have an architecture that the whole company can be behind, that's a good thing. And we are really happy with what our CMO has done recently, and the whole organization of corporate marketing. So I think that's a key, right, is to really take that unified messaging and that approach and carry that through with our partners. And I think secondly, from a field marketing standpoint, like making sure that there's alignment with our direct sales teams too on targeted accounts. Our partners often ask us, who are you wanting to target, right? So we want to make sure that that focus is there. And then of course, product marketing, we build campaigns, ready-made campaigns for our partners as a foundational platform for messaging. And so we really need our product marketing team to be working hand in hand with us so that our messaging and our value propositions are aligned and synced up so that we're having a consistent voice to our partners and then our partners to the customers. So I really think that, reaching out within your organization to have alignment across the board is essential for the success of, working with partners.
I think there's one overlying truth, regardless of what you're trying to achieve, and it's find that internal champion that is really going to work with you, that you're going to make, and they will make you mutually successful. And historically, for me, both within a partner marketing role and also in my current role, is every function will benefit from having the ability to do more and to work with partner marketing and that ecosystem. So our side, we focus on the indirect motion of trying to convince the end users within the OEMs and also through the channel to work with us and to identify opportunities to bring us into, just as much as partner marketing wants us to utilize and co-sell and co-market with them. And finding the champions within sales is critical, I think, and find the individual that can shout, can stand on stage with you and say, here's how I worked with marketing to be successful. And I think we've all saw and have worked with successful sellers in the past. They don't take no for an answer very well. And they oftentimes will also repay the favor. So ABM is a perfect example of a channel that you can really partner with sales on, right? If you have a one-to-one strategy or even a one-to-few, and you've, potentially decided as a go-to-market to go into certain use cases or verticalization industries, work with those sellers that know those account plans and that journey that those customers are on, and build campaigns to make them more successful, to shorten the sales cycle. And I will tell you, they will be your biggest advocate in the end. So find that individual that is vocal. The best sellers are typically vocal, right? And they will lean in with you, and because they're looking to bring in all of their opportunities to make their business and their team successful as well. Additionally, right now, I talked about data earlier and the maturity of the different organizations. Marketing, martech operations, marketing operations, depending on the organization you're in, can be your best friend, right? If you can't utilize data, if you aren't able to do the integrations that you need in real time and do these automated tasks, we are not going to be successful as marketers, right? And so being able to work with that team and understand their priorities as well will definitely help you move and increase your budget and increase your initiatives to the top of the line. A lot of the times they're working with their own IT issues. They're working with the business to prioritize all of the different needs that are coming up to enable that best-in-class MarTech stack, right? And as a growth marketer, I need that team just as much as they need me to drive pipeline and revenue. I need to be able to do segmentation. I need to be able to make dynamic content and experience across our digital ecosystems. And so without that MarTech team, which is usually behind the scenes, I'm not going to be able to drive my strategy and the journey that I need for all of my campaigning as well.
Great question. I just wanted to echo the points that have already been made. There's some excellent points about finding champions. The most vocal person in sales, I thought of a few people offhand, and they're great to work with, and making them a hero too. Publishing an internal success story so others can know how to work successfully with partners and what happened and what worked well. And so I have often started in organizations as the first partner marketer hire. It's happened 3 times now, so I'm pretty experienced with that scenario. And so I start off with very little budget, very little resources, and I grow from there. And so I like to think of other teams' budgets and resources as a tie-in to what I'm doing. And it's collective, because I'm here to create a plan with partners that ensures the company succeeds. So really there's always a tie-in with the partner across all of my colleagues. My first rule is, if I want to come to approach a leader with a request for budget or resources, make sure I come prepared to address a solution to a problem that they're having. So, if we've got a professional services organization that needs to meet the needs of our top 100 accounts, but they're not able to scale with the team that they have, I can come to that leader and present our certification plan. And these are the skill set that our partners come with. And, based on the number of certified partners we have today, this is what they can deliver to augment your current staff. And this is where we're at with customer feedback today. And this is where we could go. And so there's many different metrics that you can pull from, but I like to come with a solution. And then the budget and the resources come naturally when there is a solution. I like to pull from my experience at AWS. Some of you have worked with AWS before, and they use a written format to presenting a business case. And I've taken that with me. So I set PowerPoint aside for a minute and make sure I have data to back up my ask. And then I can always translate that to another format. So that's really key for me is making sure that my presentation ultimately presents how I can remove a problem from the table for that leader and how that particular set of partners can help.